Hi, it's Miss Motzi. Today is Monday and it is September 17th. Today we had a lot of fun. We started our mapping unit. So students, you all were learning about topographic maps, elevation maps, drawing contour lines, and different things like that. So we had a great day where you were modeling a hill and a river and then taking that 3D hill and squashing it down into a 2D contour map or a topographic map. We also touched a little bit on latitude and longitude today, but let's look at our objectives. Today is Monday, September 17th. It's a B day. I was able to meet with 2nd block, 6th block, and 8th block today. Our objectives were, I can interpret landforms and water features on a topographic map, and I can use latitude and longitude to locate points on a map. We started off with the Play-Doh Topo activity with the Play-Doh, and then we went into a map skills Nearpod and finished off with an exit ticket on Padlet where you hashtagged a picture of the contour map that you made. For homework tonight, you have the scientific method project due on Tuesday, September 18th by 11:59, uploaded to Google Classroom. And don't forget, you have a quiz next class. Look at some of these great hashtags that we came up with on this Padlet. We have a lot of great contour maps, so you can see the circles around circles around circles on a contour map. That means it's the landform of a hill or a mountain. When you see circles around circles around circles or concentric circles, that equals hill. And actually, I think somebody has that as a hashtag, which I sort of liked. It was like concentric, it was like circles equals hill. I like that one. Topo. A lot of hashtag geosystems on here. Hashtag raising it up. That's a good one. Here's one. Hashtag layered circles equals hill. And then this one is really true. Hashtag vinegar hill, because that Play-Doh I made with vinegar. So it did not smell very good. So again, don't forget that next time I see you, we're going to have a quiz in geosystems, and it's on everything that we've learned so far, and that's sort of a lot. So hopefully you were able to take a look on the board at what the quiz is on, and hopefully you can see this, but if not, I'll also say it. Branches of geosystem, meaning what is a geologist, what is geology, what is an oceanographer, what is an astronomer, what is the study of astronomy, and what is meteorology, what is the study of meteorology. So we worked on that way back at the beginning of school. The other thing we looked at the beginning of school was the spheres, the geosphere, the hydrosphere, the atmosphere, and the biosphere. So you want to go back and take a look at those notes. Those are on Google Classroom, so if you scroll back, you can look through the different posts that I've been doing daily since the first day of school. Another big thing is where it says IVDV, independent variable, dependent variable. Remember how I taught you dependent variable is for data, because dependent variable is the thing that you're going to collect data on. So when we did that census lab with the ruler and you kept dropping it, the thing that you were collecting data on was your reaction time. It was like how fast you caught the ruler, and we were measuring it in centimeters on the meter stick. The independent variable was the thing that we were changing, and you were closing your eyes, closing your ears with headphones, or doing both, and then somebody had to tap you. So you were changing your sense, whichever sense you were using, your sense of sight, your sense of hearing, or your sense of touch. So dependent variable is the thing you measure. Independent variable is the thing that you're changing, you, the scientist. Now, another thing that we looked at was, what's the difference between a hypothesis, a theory, and a law? So hopefully you picked up a lot of this when you did your research for your scientific method project. But in short, a hypothesis is a prediction. You haven't done any tests yet. Maybe you've done a little bit of research, but you have not done any experimentation. It's a prediction. It's a proposal. It's what you think might happen. A law, we talked about laws today in class because a law is something that always happens. So we talked about the law of gravity because I kept asking students like about the river, and in your model that you made of your hill, which way is the river going to be flowing? Will the river ever be flowing uphill? No, it won't, because of the law of gravity. That is going to make it so that water is always flowing downhill. That's a law. It happens all the time. Now, in the middle, you have a theory. And a theory is something not to be taken lightly, because a lot of experiments, a lot of testing, not just by one scientist, but by like many, many different scientists have done experiment after experiment on a certain subject. For instance, the law of plate tectonics. It's not just like an idea that somebody has and they don't have very much to back it up. It's an idea that is backed up by study after study, scientist after scientist, and they're all coming to the same conclusion. So that's what a theory is. Now, on your quiz also, observation versus inference, and this is something that you should have covered when you were learning during your scientific method project. Observations are things that we see when we're doing an experiment. So there's two types of observations. There are quantitative observations. That's where you're taking a number measurement. So you're using a ruler, you're using a scale, you're using a graduated cylinder, and you get a number. Then there are qualitative observations that you can make. What color is it? What does it smell like? What does it feel like? You're using your senses to get those observations. So there's two types of observations, quantitative and qualitative. Quantity is the number. That's when you're taking a measurement. Now, we also do inference when we're talking about science. And when we make an inference, we're looking at observations and then coming to a conclusion based on those. And then the last thing that you want to study up on before the quiz is density. And I'm going to bring you over here where we have our density anchor chart, because there are some things that you definitely want to remember. So this is on the wall in our classroom. Don't forget that the formula for density is mass over volume. I like to remember it with the heart method, but other people use like some triangle method that I don't know anything about. And then also remember that if something is more dense than water, it's going to sink. And if it's less dense than water, then it's going to float. I think that's it for the quiz. So if you study those things and you are looking at the nearpods, if you review back to the nearpods that I've given codes for, then I think that you are going to be A+ on the quiz next class. And other than that, that's it for today. So have a great day. Stay out of the rain. It's like super rainy out, super rainy day. Stay out of the rain, and I'll see you on Wednesday. All right, bye.